Hey everyone! Welcome back to GIS Gallery. In today's video, I'll show you how to calculate geometry in ArcGIS Pro. Whether it's finding the area of polygons, the length of lines, or extracting coordinates for points, this feature makes it easy to work with spatial data. Let's get started and dive into the details.
We saw how to create these features as well as add the attribute data, right? So today we'll see how to actually calculate its geometry, right? Find out the area and find out the length, all those things. All right. So first I'll be starting with the Kerala states. I'll go to attribute table. Then, like you saw yesterday, I have added a name for the, field for the name here. And like I had added just the first three. All right. So if I wanted to find out the area of all the polygons that's created there. So what is I wanted to find out the area of this state, this district, the other districts, and so on. How we can do it? Okay. So just like yesterday, first what we need is a field. So first we'll be going to add field, and then I'll give out the name area here, right? And the data type I'll be giving something like float or double so that it's a decimal field. I just click save and the field has been added. So if I come over to my attributes, I can say that empty field is added and then the area is everything or the field is zero everywhere. Alright. Now if I actually want to find out the area for all the fields here, what I need to do is I just select the field name. Right. So I'll just left click on area. So the whole column is selected. You can see a selection has come, the whole column is selected. Then I'll just right click here, right click the area, and I have an option here called calculate geometry. Alright. So what does it do? Set the values of the field by specifying a geometry property of the features as a x coordinate, y coordinate, length, area, or number of vertices. So you can find out the x coordinate, the y coordinate, the length, area, or number of vertices by calculating geometry. I'll just click on calculate geometry. And so the calculate geometry window opens up. So I have first here input features. So that's the feature I calculate the geometry to, right? This is a Kerala states feature. And then it's asking for the field, right? So the field name is area here. That's the field that I'm finding the property for. And then in here, I have option called property. If I click on the drop down here, I have a property such as area, perimeter, number of vertices, or number of curves, centroid, like centroid x coordinate, centroid y coordinate, and then have minimum x coordinate, minimum coordinate. All those things are here. So what I'm trying to find is the area here, right? I just click on area, and then a new field opener, which is the area unit. So I want to find out in which unit I want to find out my area. So if I click on drop down, I have square kilometers, hectares, square meters. We have then miles, we have the yards, feet, all those units we have. So I'll be choosing square kilometers because I want my area to be chosen on the square kilometer, right? It's also asking for coordinate system. So usually it will be in my. So let's see which coordinate system my Kerala states is. So now fine, it's in UTM zone. So the coordinate system is UTM. So I'll have much more accurate unit measurement. Okay. I'll just click OK here. And you can see it has found out area. So the first three polygons are my states, and the other ones are probably the houses that had digitized yesterday. Yeah, the building footprints. So all of these have this 0.00 square kilometer area, right? So this is how you find out area. Similarly, I can add a field for perimeter. I can set out the unit as float or double because we need the accurate decimal units, right? And then I'll just click on save here. I'll come over here. Now, if you can see, like I have a selection here, right? a single row is selected, which is this polygon here, right? So if there is a selection and I'm trying to find out my perimeter, so I have selected the whole column. I'm just right clicking it and click on the calculate geometry. See, it says the input has a selection requires to be processed one, right? So since there is a selection here, I just click on the area. The unit is, I mean, the field is perimeter. The unit I'm finding is perimeter length. Length unit will be kilometers. It's in the same corner system. And now when I'm clicking OK, like since the column is selected, it should be displaying the length for all this or the perimeter for the whole rows, right? But see, it won't. Why? Because I have a row that is selected here. So that's the difference here. So if there is a selection, right? Even if I'm selecting the whole column and finding the calculate geometry, if there is a selection of any row, the geometry will be calculated only for the row that is selected here, right? So if I wanted to find out the perimeter for the whole column, I should have first cleared the selection here. All right, I just click on clear selection, so it's clear. Whole selection is gone. Now if I'm like selecting the column, clicking on calculate geometry.
So he
So
okay.
if I'm just selecting the
So
perimeter here and running it again, since the everything is like the selection is cleared, it will find out the geometry for the whole row. I mean the whole every rows, the whole column. Okay. So this is how you can find the area and perimeter. Similarly, for your line network also, you can find out the line. So for the line, I'll just click on open attribute table. Similarly, I can, since line doesn't have any geometry called area, right? I can only find out the length here. So I'll just give on the double, same as last time. I'll just click save, and then I'll come over here. I have the column selected. Right click, calculate geometry and the length, and see what are the properties that a line have. So like the properties of lines are you can find the length, you can find the number of vertices, number of curves, line, start x coordinate. So you can the x coordinate of where I started the line, y coordinate, line end x coordinate, end y coordinate, and you can find the x and y coordinate of centroids, x and y coordinate of the central point, and the minimum exponent, my maximum exponent. So anything that is geometry related to that of a length or the line vector file, you can find from here. So I'll just click on length here. Similarly, length units, kilometers, meters, miles you have. I'm setting kilometers. And then let's see if I'm given the same GS here. So okay. So it's within zone 43 north here. Click OK. Now it has found out the length of each line in kilometers. So this line is somewhere about 0.144574 kilometers. This line is somewhere about 0.131822 kilometers. Similarly, you can find out the uh, length, right? Now, if I am going to point, let's see what our properties we have in a point, right? So I'll just click on the name, just properties, and if I'm coming out to points, I'll just right click here, calculate geometry. So you only have three. So we have the point x coordinate, point y coordinate, point x and y coordinate notation. So for points, you don't have anything much. You can only find out the x coordinate of each point, y coordinate of each point, and point x and y coordinate notation. So that much only you can. So just click on point x coordinate, coordinate format. You can find yeah okay. So you can set the decimal degrees, or you can set it as a DMS. I just set it the decimal degrees. And let me see if I click on run. Yeah. So all these points, I'll just zoom to all these points for somewhere on the 76 x coordinate. Yeah. So that is how you can find out the what do you say, the geometry properties for your line, your polygon, and your point features.